Hey guys, hey, welcome to another international tasting.
And tonight we are off to the motherland.
We are, so grab your safari hat and pack your bags because we're
Going
to Africa.
Hello everyone.
Hey everybody.
I'm Steve.
I'm Mark.
And this is SmokeySteveAndMarc.
Oh yes it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Indeed, it's great to see you and welcome to Africa, everybody. Ooh, it's our international tasting.
We crossed the Atlantic for this.
Yes, we did. Yeah. My favorite segment of all on SSAM. I love this segment.
I know, we get to eat. It's a wink and a nudge to the feeders.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and that's what we used to do with these international tastings. All we did was just get like snacks from a country and eat it. That's all we did. That's what it was.
It didn't push too deeper. No,
Yeah.
It was very Amberlyn Reed.
Yes, right?
It was very, who wants to watch me eat Japanese junk food for an hour and complain it's all not sweet enough.
Definitely. Now though, it's morphed into, it's like we're actually there. No, not really. But we, of course, we have some interesting facts all about Africa. We, what else? Oh my gosh. We have, like, of course, snacks to take from Africa. Food. And we may even be going back in time for a little African retro rewind. Ooh. Again, another favorite section of
Another retro rewind. Yes.
I know. But really, our international tastings are all about the food. And oh my gosh,
there's food.
We just happen to have a few little things to try here today. All imported too. So you know what? Why don't we get this all set up and ready? Do you want to tell them some interesting facts about the continent?
I suppose I could.
Oh, I'm excited!
Africa. The people, the countries, the wildlife. Let's take a look at some of the cultures of the world's second largest continent. Africa is the world's second largest continent after Asia. It's also the second most populous continent, which means it's the continent with the second most amount of people living there. So is Africa a country? No, it definitely isn't. Many people will group all of the countries of Africa into one homogeneous nation. Africa is so much more diverse than this, with the continent being formed of 54 countries including South Africa, Ghana, Tunisia, and Egypt. This means that around a third of the world's countries are in Africa. The continent of Africa is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean at the west, the Mediterranean Sea at the north, the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean at the east, and a mixture of Atlantic and Indian Oceans at the south. There's a number of islands off the coast of Africa that are associated with the continent, with the most well-known, and one of the largest in the world, being Madagascar. The continent is separated in two by the equator. Africa is known for being the world's second driest continent, after Australia. It's also known for its landscape, which is majorly covered in savannas and grasslands. One of the continent's most prominent geological features is Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. It's Africa's highest mountain, and the highest single freestanding mountain in the world. The Nile River also flows through Africa. It's the longest river in Africa, and while many people associate the Nile River with Egypt, the river actually goes through 11 countries. Africa is also known for its huge range of people, food, and culture. In fact, there are many, many cultures and communities within one country alone. South Africa, for example, has this snack food called bitlong. It's dried meat that is then prepared and sliced. Look at that. Beef biltong.
Biltong.
Totally appreciate a correction on the pronunciation.
All right, well, let's get started.
This is what we just said. Shredded dried beef.
Okay.
Sliced dried beef.
And it's all about the seasonings, if I read correctly. Yeah. And this is from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Okay.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh, that smells great.
It smells like a sloppy
I'm not a
Joe.
jerky person at all.
No, these are finer pieces too.
Oh
so
yeah, look.
We don't have to have a nice pull.
Oh, they are.
We can just have
They're
these
like
bits.
jerky chips or what? Like.
All right, you ready?
Cheers.
Ching chang.
Africa.
I'm having a hard time chewing it.
Mmm.
But it's jerky.
Mmm, that's good.
The flavor's good.
Mmm, the flavor's excellent.
Flavor's very good. You gotta love jerky though, because you gotta have a good jaw. Otherwise, you make a
Oh, the
TMJ.
texture's good. This is not like your Slim Jim, okay?
Yeah, no nitrates, no gluten. It's no gluten, no MSG, nothing artificial. Though, I like it.
All right.
We'll keep that. Kind of more like a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
As you start to break down the meat, it kind of tastes more like the insides of a Slim Jim.
We have flings. Flings. Okay, so this is from South Africa. And what are they? Are they corn? Maize.
Maize. You call it corn.
Yes, I call it maize.
Not
All right, let's give it a whirl.
Okay.
And they are, look, see the bat, like they're imported.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's reassuring. Cheese puff type.
they're
things.
like cheese puffs.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a flavor to them.
I don't know either. We'll find out. There is. I just don't know what it is.
Very light. Is it cheese?
White cheddar. Or cheese in the background, but not like cheese popcorn or
No.
Cheetos. It's a lot.
Not like Cheetos.
It's
no.
very light-handed on the seasoning. It's very good.
Oh, I like these.
These are good.
Well, 2 thumbs up on dumplings from South Africa.
Well,
What are you doing?
I need a spoon. So do you.
Oh, I'm really curious
You
about
ready?
this.
Okay, this is tomato stew, West African style.
West African tomato stew.
We were going between
I was
brands
intrigued.
because it's rather expensive to ship from
Oh, yeah.
Africa.
Yeah.
But it says it's
All right, let's give it a whirl.
and this is what country? Is there any specifically?
That's West Africa.
Just all West Africa.
Yeah.
It smells good here.
Yeah, West Africa. West Africa.
So
And it can be served hot, like as a stew or a soup. It could be
cold as a dip.
Cold as a dip. It's supposed to be pretty popular in
It has a familiar smell.
in the West African countries and Cameroon. From what I looked about this, I don't, Oh, it smells good.
As long as the spiciness doesn't get any hotter.
Okay, it has a little bite too.
It has
oh,
bite.
It's so good. Oh, boy.
There's more heat.
Oh.
I'm not eating the rest of that. It's
Okay.
tasty. If you like it hot.
Very, very hot. We need something to drink. Here, I have a soda. I guess
But like it's not
it's
hot
not from Africa.
It's not
though.
hot for hot's sake. I mean, it's just how it's prepared. This is mild, too.
It has a bite.
This is mild.
Definitely has a bite.
Yeah, so if you like hot things, you like bruschetta-y, it's got a little...
All right, I need something a little different here. How about something sweet? Want to go with something sweet? Oh, I've been wanting these.
What you got?
We have...
Choco Kits.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now where's this from? Here, I gotta open it up.
Fire water away.
Yeah, that's very, very. It still has a bite. Oh
But
yeah.
but it's tasty before it's hot. So if you like spicy food, but you like not just for the sake of being hot, I'd go with it.
Oh, I can't wait to. Oh wait a minute. These are sweet, right? They're biscuits, right?
Oh, biscuits, yes.
Perfect for dunking in coffee, right? So before we get to this, I just happen to have some African coffee. We're gonna try. Is this Yergachev? Yes, Yergachev, and it's from Ethiopia. All right, so you know what? Why don't I go in the kitchen? I'll grind these beans up and make us some coffee.
Sounds good.
And while we do that, would you like to take a trip back in time? This time, we're going back in time almost 30 years for an emotionally charged retro rewind. This is The Lion King.
The Lion King was released on June 15, 1994 to critical acclaim, praising the film for its music, story, themes, and animation. Taking place in the Kingdom of Lions in Africa, The Lion King tells the story of Simba, a young lion who is to succeed his father Mufasa as the king of the Pride Lands.
The Lion King is the highest grossing hand-drawn animated film of all time, with a box office of over $986 million. It's also the 8th highest grossing feature animated film in general, and it has the highest grossing sales in videotapes of all time, having sold over 55 million copies.
The Lion King garnered 2 Academy Awards for its achievement in music and the Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture in a musical or comedy. It was the 5th animated film produced during a period known as the Disney Renaissance. The film was directed by Roger Allers and Rob Minkoff, both in their feature directorial debuts, by the way. Its original songs were written by power duo Elton John and Tim Rice, and it was scored by Hans Zimmer.
The film features a stellar ensemble cast, including James Earl Jones, Matthew Broderick, Whoopi Goldberg, Nathan Lane, Jeremy Irons, and Moira Kelly, just to name a few.
The film went through some changes before the finished work was released, including its title. Before The Lion King was decided upon, the film was known as The King of the Kalahari and The King of the Jungle, and many beloved scenes made it to the cutting room floor, including The Lion in the Moon. After Simba's first encounter with the hyenas, the film was supposed to feature a lullaby called The Lion in the Moon, which was about a protective lion spirit. Now, The Lion King has long been billed as the first Disney animated film to feature a completely original storyline.
That is, one that is not an adaptation of an already pre-existing storyline, although there are some individuals who do dispute this claim, saying that the film got its inspiration from both Hamlet and Kimba the White Lion from the 1960s.
And check this out. Real African animals like hornbills, lions, and wildebeests were brought into the Disney studio to serve as figure models for the team of animators working on the film. And according to the film's press release, the 2.5-minute wildebeest stampede scene took Disney CGI animators more than 2 years to create, and it involved writing a whole new computer program to govern the movements of the herd. It's no surprise that the film has led to many derived works, such as a Broadway adaptation in 1997, 2 direct-to-video follow-ups, 2 television series, a 3D re-release in 2011, and a photorealistic remake in 2019. And in 2016, the film was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
Culture, history, aesthetics. The Lion King certainly has it all, and this Disney film will certainly live in our hearts, probably forever.
It's good.
Its copy's good. Oh,
It's
how about
good.
The Lion King? Don't you just I have to say, I do. I love the Lion King. Okay, so we got the coffee. You know what? I kind of knew what this was going to taste like because my favorite coffee of all, I love African coffee, especially Ethiopian coffee. Tends to be a little higher. It's like acidic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little higher in acid, has almost a floral-y background to it.
Yeah.
I just love it. Oh, forgot. We have to try
we have
our
stuff to dip.
We gotta dip our biscuits.
Of course.
All right, here we go. I'll put that
biscuits.
right there.
All right. So,
And
these
these-
at the box, I'm thinking chocolate oatmeal.
That's what I'm thinking. This is what they look like.
It's a little sandwich cookie.
Oh, and they're from South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the town.
Pine
Town. And it said South Africa. So
All right.
I'm almost. Oh yeah.
There's always a star.
Oh, they're my favorite so far. Oh yeah.
Much approved.
You have something else sweet too, don't you?
I
I'm
do.
excited for this. I've been so excited.
I have honey. Organic honey.
African, pure, organic honey.
And this is from Ivory Coast.
Okay.
Now, I love honey. I put it on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you do.
I
You
had
like your chicken dipped in it.
Oh, yeah. Not honey mustard. Just honey. Clover honey.
We
Nothing
know.
fancy.
We know.
All right, so.
It doesn't smell like honey that we get here. I have to say. It doesn't smell bad. Look how dark it is.
It's very dark. Are you seeing
Wow.
this? Okay.
All right.
Who first?
I guess you be the brave one. Oh, I have to try this. I've been excited because I thought I could maybe, bake with
Straight
it.
up, I didn't like the smell of it, but it tastes like better
Like,
than it
look.
smells.
It's
Yeah, it's like-
very dark.
Like molassesy.
Oh, see, that's what I was worried about. One thing I can't stand is molasses.
I'll give it a whirl. It tastes more like honey than it smells like honey. It smells like tequila. Is it tequila or is it, I think it is tequila.
It's good.
Tequila.
No, I don't smell boozy.
I smell boozy, but I love honey. This is to bake with, probably not dip with, would be very good.
You know what? It definitely tastes different than any honey I've had.
It's not like your golden clover honey that you
It's
get.
a different flavor, but I really
It's
love
dark.
it.
It's a really darker flavor too.
All right, why don't we continue on with something sweet?
Okay.
How about these? And I'll let you pronounce it.
Gurundi. Coconut biscuit.
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Gurundi. It's from Nigeria.
Gurundi from Nigeria.
Coconut
And
biscuit?
coconut biscuits.
Coconut biscuits. All right, I'm all about some coconut biscuits.
Yeah, I like coconut. I'm good.
All right. They
Okay.
look like a potato chip.
They do look like a potato chip.
Smell delish. It's not crisp like a chip. It's like coconut. Like dried, crunchy. This would be good dipped in the honey.
Leave it in your mouth a little while before you chew. You'll crack a cap right off.
Oh, heck yeah. I don't know. My teeth are horrible. But actually,
Very mild. Not super sweet. But tastes like coconut.
tastes like coconut. It's not sweet.
No. Just the tiniest bit, maybe.
It's
but-
good, but it's not anything to write home
The taste
about.
is great. I don't care for the texture.
Yeah. What are these?
These are Labis.
Labis.
And the I is dotted with a crown.
I think I have one of those. Also known as Chin Chin. They're also known as Chin Chin. Now, I've heard of that before. Chin Chin.
They're shaped like Flintstones vitamins.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, they're also called Chin Chin. Good?
Think animal cracker.
Oh, I like that right away.
It's good.
Oh, these are very good.
They're meant for you to get like a little handful as you're walking by and then finish the bag during the course of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I've done it, you know.
Oh, you know what I was thinking?
What?
We have a couple more things, but you know what? I want to follow up your information about Africa because it was very good, by the way.
I did what I
very,
could.
very fascinating. I just love it. But I want to share some information all about the animals. Truly, one of the most exciting and fascinating parts of Africa are the animals. From hyenas to gorillas, from lions to over 2,000 species of birds. African animals are as diverse as the continent itself.
There are over 1,000 different species of mammals in Africa, over 2,600 species of birds, and a massive 100,000 species of insects. There is a large amount of herbivores, including the African elephant, which can weigh up to 7 tons and measure nearly 3.5 meters to the shoulder. This makes them the world's largest land mammal. Now, giraffes, they're the tallest land mammal in the world at nearly 6 meters tall. And did you know a giraffe spends nearly its whole day eating? It eats 45 kilograms of leaves every single day. There are 2 species of zebra found in Africa, the Grevy's zebra and the mountain zebra, and no 2 zebras have the same stripe pattern, much in the same way that no 2 humans have the same fingerprints. Zebras can live up to 25 years in the wild.
While Africa is well known for its herbivores, it's probably most associated with its carnivorous animals, and there are over 60 species of them.
And probably the most popular being the lion. And you can tell the age of a lion by looking at his mane. The darker and longer it is, the older he is. Now, nearly all the world's lions live in Africa, with only a small population living in India. The cheetah is the world's fastest land mammal, reaching speeds of over 100 kilometers an hour in just 3 seconds. Female cheetahs, they enjoy roaming alone. However, male cheetahs like company and will often live together in groups of 2, 3, or 4. There are also lots of primates in Africa too, including the chimpanzee, and they can live up to 45 years in the wild. Chimpanzee communities are family-like, all being led by a single alpha male. Sadly, chimpanzees are on the endangered species list, as is the gorilla. In fact, as you watch this, there are only a little over 1,000 mountain gorilla in Africa. They live in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, and Rwanda. And did you know we share over 98% of our DNA with gorillas?
Ain't no lion. Talk to the sound guy. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, people be loving those African animals, though, let me tell you.
I know, but I mean, there's just such a diversity of them, too.
Oh, there are.
You
I
know?
love the giraffe. My favorite giraffe. I just love it.
I like a giraffe. They have big tongues.
Oh, they do. And, you know, the continent itself, it has some of great deposits of the world's most valuable metals and raw resources like coal and diamonds and gold and copper. But at the same time, it's the least developed of all continents, too. You know, it's very sad, you know. They're often hit by drought year after year after year. Poverty is widespread, as is disease, you know. But you know, a lot of that is changing, you know, and as more people become more curious about the continent and want to travel to the continent, and in mainstream media too, like The Lion King, you know, when that came out, it brought a lot of attention to Africa, you know. So those conditions are changing, but it just seems very slow, you know.
It is
does.
slow. It is.
know.
But change sometimes happens that way.
Yeah, I know it does. So I don't know, but looks like we have one more thing to taste in our tasting today.
We do.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna require a little preparation too.
Yeah.
I got us some African pepper soup spice blend. Now, if you've never had African pepper soup, it's really good. It's really good. Now, I worked at a restaurant once. It was a really popular restaurant in Erie, Pennsylvania. It was right on the water, and we had African pepper soup on the menu like once in a while as a house soup, like it was maybe once a month we would run it, So I have a little experience with it, but this is definitely more authentic than what we did there. That was very Americanized, that pepper soup was, So I thought it would be fun if we go into the kitchen and we share the recipe and make some African pepper soup. Come on, let's go. Oh, we're gonna make some African pepper soup. Yes, we are. Now, African pepper soup is a delightfully, intensely flavored soup that's served throughout West Africa, especially in Nigeria. Now, it's traditionally served as an appetizer at social events, but it's pretty popular in pubs as well because it's said that it goes fantastically with a nice cold brew or a soft drink, as a matter of fact. In fact, in Nigeria, pepper soup is served at their leisure spots as a comfort food or a feel-good food. Now, there's not just one type of African pepper soup, not at all. In fact, there are as many variations as there are cooks out there. And we are going to make one tonight that's gonna knock your socks off. Oh, yes. Now, traditionally, it's a light broth soup with intense heat, but that heat can be adjusted to your liking, anywhere from mild to hot, all right? Now, the main ingredient in pepper soup? No. It's not the protein or the meat. In fact, you can make pepper soup with anything from chicken to beef to seafood. Most traditionally, it is made with goat meat or other game meat, even cowhide is used in this soup as well. We're gonna make ours with chicken today, okay? Now, it's not the protein, it's not even the vegetables, it's not even the broth, really, that's the star of the show. It's the seasonings. Oh yes, the spices. Now, the best way to achieve that authentic African pepper soup flavor is to buy a pre-made pepper soup blend like this one, as it contains all of those kind of exotic spices that can be really hard to find, especially here in the US. Now, the star seasoning in this soup is definitely pepper, right? And you can adjust the pepper to your liking. I have found that it's just a matter of personal preference when it comes to spiciness with this soup. I do suggest doing it like kind of right in the middle there, something that's like pleasantly hot, but not overwhelming, if you know what I mean. And you can always adjust the pepper in it as well. So, let's take a look at some of those exotic African spices, including in my blend here.
Our first spice is the Ashanti pepper, or uziza. It's a West African spice that is full of flavors and nutritional benefits. It adds a peppery, aromatic, and spicy flavor to many African dishes. Next up is the African calabash nutmeg. Now, this is another local spice and a very popular flavor in Nigeria. It is also called Jamaican nutmeg and Ghana seed. Now, grains of salim are an aromatic spice with a robust, sweet, and slightly peppery flavor, very common to the cuisines of Western Africa. They can be used whole or ground to add complex flavor to soups, stews, and sauces. And finally, the alligator pepper and grains of paradise. They're actually the same spice, but with one key difference. Grains of paradise are sold as the seeds only, while alligator pepper includes the whole pod. It gets its name from the fact that the texture of the pod can be likened to that of an alligator's back. Alligator pepper is a relative of ginger and of black cardamom.
Pretty cool, huh? And this is what our seasoning blend looks like. Oh man, it smells awesome. All right, well, let's get started. So right in my pot here, I have about 3 to 4 pounds of chicken, and it's your choice if you want to use, you could use breast, you could use thighs and legs. I used a whole roaster chicken that I just cut up, and I put the legs, thighs, wings, and yes, even the giblets in there. Oh yeah, gotta get that flavor, right? You could use boneless breasts, any type of chicken, any cut you like will work just fine, okay? Now to that, let's add our ingredients.
And that would be 1 red onion chopped up, 2 green onions sliced with the green parts, 4 to 6 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger all chopped up, 1 bay leaf, 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley, and 2 tablespoons of African pepper soup spice blend.
Now you noticed we threw everything right into the pot, and you know I'm always that guy that says, oh no, we need to build flavors, right? And that usually happens while, you saute this, then you add that in, then you add a little liquid, you build your flavors. Well, African pepper soup is the exception to that rule, because all of these flavors are going to develop by boiling our soup. Yep, 1 pot and 1 technique. We just boil everything. So to our pot, we are going to add, 8 to 10 cups of regular water. And the most important thing here is you just want to make sure that all of your protein in there is covered by about at least 1 inch of water, okay? So now, it's as simple as bringing this baby to a boil, reducing the heat to a simmer, and let it cook for 1 hour. So, is African pepper soup good for you? Well, the answer to that is a resounding yes. Pepper soup has capsaicin. Did I say that right? Yes, capsaicin in it, which of course is excellent for fighting off a fever and the cold. And the meat in African pepper soup, well, of course that provides protein, right? And spicy foods in general are just great for nasal congestion. Now, in addition to that, the calabash nutmeg, oh, what a spice. Just packed with nutrients, and it's excellent for stomach issues, diarrhea, and for centuries it's been used on the skin for skin diseases and rashes. Pretty awesome, huh? Now, it's also long been used by new mothers as a way to recoup after giving birth. It aids in blood circulation and general healing. Pretty awesome, right? And besides, gosh, pepper soup, the first thing that comes to mind is a cold, chilly winter night. It'll warm your body up in an instant and help fighting those feelings of malaise. Oh, it's ready, y'all. It's ready. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay. Did anybody, invent smell-o-vision yet? Oh my gosh, because this smells absolutely divine. Okay, so at this point, what we're going to do is fish out our bay leaf, and you have the option of also fishing out your giblets as well, if you so choose, or you can just leave them right in there. We put them in there because, boy, do they really add to the flavor of the broth, and some people do eat all of that as well. Totally up to you. And also, we're going to adjust for seasoning right now. Oh, that's good. I think we could use a little bit of salt, in my opinion. Oh, it's spicy, but not hot. Oh, I think we did really good with the seasonings, y'all. I got to thinking, too. Where did African pepper soup come from? Like like, what is its origins, and how the heck did it get to the U.S. anyway? Well, the story is pretty interesting. You see, African pepper soup was first made in West Africa and in the Caribbean, and then it was brought all the way to Philadelphia by Africans who were traveling with their colonial masters. And the soup, well, it became a specialty, being sold all over the streets of Philadelphia by colonial black women. Pretty interesting, huh? I suppose the rest is history there, right? Okay, so how do we serve this up? All right, well, traditionally, African pepper soup is served either over rice or some kind of pasta, but mostly, oh yeah, it's served right over a boiled yam. So let's do this. Oh, this looks good. And for the finishing touch, we garnish it with some basil. I think I have some. Yes, I do, right here. Ooh, this is a nice one. Okay. Now, traditionally, of course, it's African basil, but I have basil right from the garden. So we're going to put that right in the center there, just like that. You could also use some mint leaves. Oh, maybe we should put that on there. I think we're good with the basil. And there you have it. Oh, yeah. Some African pepper soup. Something to drink now.
That's the sweet potato in the soup.
We served it at the restaurant. We served it over rice, and I always wondered, people would ask for a sweet potato, and I never put it together ever until I did the research on the soup. You know, it's most commonly served over a boiled yam. Very cool. Or a yam on the side. You know, but
very delicious. Smells
It is
good.
really, really good. So, full disclosure, I made this yesterday, and we had it last night. It's good.
Definitely.
So, where will we go next? I don't know. It doesn't have to be a country as proven with today's video. We did a whole continent
we did
today.
50 countries. Over 50 countries.
Right? It could be, it could also be a town or a state in your country. So if you have any suggestions, just leave a little comment below. You never know, we may end up in your hometown. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, we need some ideas because I don't know what we're going to do next. So I'd love to go to some place you guys suggest.
It's a big world. We'll find something.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Well, I don't know. I have to say, what we talked about tonight was literally a drop in the bucket.
Oh, God.
There's no way.
There's so much more to each community, each nation,
yes.
each region.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's so much diversity, like I said earlier, to be had. And that's part of the cool part of it.
It is
too.
It is. I remember when I learned that Africa was actually a continent and not a country. I was an adult, okay? We'll just say I was an adult.
Most people are.
Yeah, I wasn't yesterday or anything, but...
No, last week when you thought...
Yeah, when I was in college is when I learned about it. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Fascinating. We really hope that you enjoyed our international tasting today.
We did. Broadened our palates a little bit as best we could.
Even though we only kind of talked a little bit about stuff. There's so much more. Listen, the hard part of this video was like trimming it down because I wanted to say so much.
I know, but there's not much.
But there was no idea. I mean,
there's so many little communities and populations that all like, I don't know, remind me of Sophia from the Golden Girls. She was like trying to speak Italian and they got it jacked up and built the garage instead of the bedroom.
Yes, that one.
And she had said, actually, every town has its own dialect. Every region, actually, every family has its own dialect.
Yeah. So in the research, it said that there are anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 native languages in Africa.
How about that?
Yeah. Fascinating stuff. Well, I think we kept you long enough today.
I did. Hopefully it whet your appetite to do a little exploring, even if it's only on your
definitely.
phone. So thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe.
There's
Hit
our
the
lion.
notification bell. Get alerts when we have new videos and go live. Our Facebook, Instagram, email address, all that stuff's below in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yes,
going
we
live
will.
at 6 p.m. We're going to be doing a live because a lot going on in personal life.
Yeah.
The spare time I have, I don't want to give an ass ton of it to her.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'll be prepared and we'll have notes and we'll catch up. I
It
hope you like community posts.
looks like then we'll have like back-to-back lives because we'll be back on Sunday at 6 for our
Yeah.
regular live stream, and then I'll see you again on Monday for Mondays with Mark.
There you go.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Thanks again, everybody. You have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you on our next trip. Bye, everybody. Ciao. Here's my little lion.